Good evening, good evening, you beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. Welcome to another episode of Freedom Friday. This is your girl, Miss Q, aka Apostle Q, BKA Quinata Thomas, your mind whisperer, President and CEO of Diamonds and Rough International, Diamond Graphics, and Diamond Dynasty. So, unfortunately, I'm a little sad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little sad because tonight's episode is going to have to be rescheduled due to unforeseen circumstances. So, we're gonna have to cut this one a little bit short tonight, y'all. But it's all right because there's something that I want us to starting tonight, and we're gonna get into it. But before I do so, I want to say hello to everybody watching on Facebook, everybody that's watching on YouTube, and please don't forget, y'all, we getting ready to launch on a bigger and greater platform. Something's getting ready to take place, and it's happening soon. I just can't talk about it just yet until the paperwork is signed. But just know, as soon as everything is complete, I'm going to let y'all know what the tea is. All right. Of course, I have to give a major shout out to Eddie Jones and Jacob Anderson and 95 South Podcast for being there for me and pushing me and elevating me and allowing me to do this podcast on another level. Y'all forgive my mood tonight. I'm trying to be as happy as possible, but I'm a little sad. Things happen, and God does everything for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. But tonight's episode was going to be one of those episodes that was just a little bit touchy and a little bit sensitive. So that's another reason I'm sad. Suicide for me is a big deal because I've been there, okay? Multiple times. I've been there. I know the mind frame. I know how it feels. And I'm there. So for me, when we start talking about this topic, it's a little bit touchy and I get a little bit emotional. So forgive me, y'all. And unfortunately, like I said, we're not going to have the conversation that I would like to have, but we're definitely going to reschedule with Miss Nicole Hunt, hopefully within the next few weeks so we can really dig in because, man, her story is an amazing one, y'all. It really, really, really is. Also, before I forget, y'all please keep Jacob Anderson in your prayers. He just lost a family member, and their family is grieving right now, currently. So if you could please, in your prayer time, send one up for Jacob Anderson. And if you can't reach out to him, let him know that you love him. Let him know that you're there for him because listen, grief is nothing to play. All right, y'all? But like I said, we're not really going to be able to do what I want to do tonight, but there is one thing that we can do. Previously, about a few weeks ago, I said that I was going to start a no suicide campaign. It really was in light to the tragic news of DJ Twitch, who was said to commit suicide. And when I heard about it, it triggered me because there seems to be a lot of this going on right now, y'all, for real, for real. Like all jokes aside, there seems to be a lot of people more now than ever committing suicide. And it can't be just for no reason. It has to be for a reason. So I'm launching a campaign and I'm hoping that you that are watching, Facebook, YouTube, however you're watching, that you would help me with this campaign. So what we're gonna do is this. Every Friday, I'm going to post a flyer with an action, okay? Every Friday. And you get to choose whatever day you want to do this action, all right? The reason for this is that you'd be surprised how just a simple act of kindness and a simple act of love could shift somebody's day, man. Could shift somebody's mindset, could shift somebody's emotions. You'll be surprised how just giving somebody a compliment could literally cause them to change the way they feel instantly. Instantly. You could be, and I say this all the time because it's the truth, you can literally be the bridge and the gap for somebody's life. Just one act of kindness could literally save somebody's life. Just one. So this is what we're going to do. Since I can't do my podcast the way I want to. Hi, Jacob. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm hoping all is well. If it's choppy, I'm not sure if you all can hear me clearly. Listen, this is how the enemy works, though, y'all. He always tries to come and throw a monkey wrench, but one thing I've always done, I've always persevered. I've always been a fighter. Okay, so even though things are not going the way I want them to go tonight, they still gonna happen. You best believe. Okay, they still gonna happen. We still gonna make it happen. I'm not sure if I'm still choppy. I hope not. But listen, this is what we're gonna do. Because I don't want to keep y'all on here too long. And I don't want to prolong this podcast any more than it needs to. Once again, we're gonna have to postpone this week's podcast, which is the method to my madness, because our guest is having unforeseen circumstances. All right, y'all. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna launch our campaign tonight, okay? We're going to launch our No More Suicide campaign. The instructions again, every Friday, 9 times out of 10 during a podcast, I'm going to post a flyer with an action, okay? And you get to choose which day of the week that you perform this action. Why? Because one act of kindness can literally save somebody's life. All right, y'all. So here we go. All right. Day one. This is what we're doing. Day one. Y'all can see this clearly. I hope so. Day one of the No More Suicide campaign. Do something nice for a random stranger. All right, y'all. And I know for some of us, this is going to be out of the norm just a little bit, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to come outside of yourself for the sake of someone else. Okay? So this is what we're going to do as the start to the launch of the No More Suicide campaign. Day one. You can choose any day this week. Do something nice for a random stranger, y'all. And that could mean, hello, Ella, how are you? That could mean anything. That could look anyway. For me, doing something nice for a random stranger could literally mean just complimenting. When you walk past somebody, the next time you see them, don't just walk past them. Give them a compliment. Tell them they look nice. Tell them they're beautiful. Tell them they're handsome. Tell them that you hope they have a good day. Tell them something as simple as good morning. Listen, y'all, you'll be surprised the people that we walk past on a day-to-day basis, the kind of state that their mind is in. That something as simple as you paying them a compliment or even just acknowledging them will shift their whole countenance. You'll be surprised how many people that you may walk past in a day have suicidal ideations. Hello, sister. Hi, Izzy. You'll be surprised how many people that you walk past in a day and they could be dressed up real nice. I'm talking about we know how to do it, y'all. We know how to dress it up real nice and make it look real good and still dying on the inside. You'll be surprised how many people that you walk past are in a state of depression. You'll be surprised how many women you may walk past, and even men that are in a abusive situation. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how many people you work with go home when they clock out. Go home to straight pure chaos and hell. All right, y'all. So let's do this first action and actually do it. You'll be surprised how you feel. It's gratifying when you can do something for someone else. It's gratifying when you can do something to uplift somebody else. You will be surprised. You will be surprised. All right. So this is the action. This is the starting point for the No More Suicide campaign. Action for day one. You can choose any day this week. Do something nice for a random stranger, y'all. It's not hard. I promise you it's not. It might seem hard, but it's not hard. It's really not hard. It's really not hard. I'm just leaving this up here really quickly so y'all can take this in. It's really not hard. Do something special. Say something special. As a matter of fact, doing something random for a perfect stranger could be something as simple as paying for someone's lunch. You might be in McDonald's line. You might be in the grocery store. If you have it to do, pay for their lunch, pay for their groceries. Because who knows if they could have been scrambling pennies just to get something to eat. I got one even better. This will take a lot of us out of our comfort zone. When you're driving and you see homeless people on the side of the road, or you see someone on the side of the road begging for money, instead of looking at them with judgment, give them $1. Give them some change. Give them $5. Give them whatever your heart moves you to do. Give them something. Instead, come on, y'all, let's change this narrative, man. It's enough just talking about this stuff. It's time to start taking action. It's time to start doing something different. Instead of looking at them with judgment, give them something. Give them $1. Give them something. Go buy them some food. Check out their countenance. Look at their clothes. Is their clothes raggedy? Are their shoes raggedy? Give them some shoes. Do something different. It's time, y'all. There's too much suicide going on. There's too much depression. There's too many people walking around in a sunken place. And it's time out for talking about this stuff. And it's time for us to start doing something different. Okay? And y'all think this might feel strange for y'all. This is strange for me too. If I could be completely 100 with you, this is strange for me too. But I'm tired. I don't know about nobody else. I'm tired of seeing people suffer. I'm tired of every time somebody passes away or every time somebody commits suicide, we get on social media and we rest in peace for like a week, if that. We rest in peace. We ranting, we raving, we snapping, and we carrying on. And that's it. No action is taken. So I'm willing to put myself out on a limb. I'm willing to look crazy for the sake of somebody else. I'm willing to look idiotic for the sake of somebody else. So we are launching this No More Suicide campaign. And if you got a heart like mine, or if you have a heart at all, join us, please. Join us in this campaign. Join us in being the bridge and the gap for somebody else today. Be selfless. Christmas is coming around. Do something random for a stranger. Buy a toy. Buy some toys and gift it to a shelter. Do something. I gotta put it back up here again, y'all. I gotta put it back up here again. Day one, do something random for a stranger. And this is our No More Suicide campaign launch. And I pray to God and I hope to God that you all would join us in doing something different, in helping somebody feel better about themselves instead of just talking. Let's take action, y'all. And if y'all have any ideas, because this is going to be a 21-day, but it's going to be every week. All right? It's going to be for 21 days. This campaign is going to be launched for 21 days. So 21 Fridays in a row. I'm going to launch this campaign. And if you have any ideas, please, 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 feel free to send them to me via email, ditrintl@gmail.com, or just inbox me. Just inbox me. And I promise we're going to get it done. Hi, Jacob. I hope you're feeling okay. Please, I'm sending love, light, peace to you and your family. I know you're in grieving right now. And I pray to God that you all, God gives you all, should I say, the peace that you need to endure in this time of bereavement. I love you, sir, and you know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. All right, y'all. So I'm not gonna really stay here, but I do again want to. I do really want to send or pay my respects to DJ Twitch's family in their time of bereavement. Also, man, listen, this suicide thing is a monster. And the crazy part about it, I was just having this conversation with somebody. The crazy part about it is that a person that has suicidal ideation, a person that even attempts suicide and fails, they don't really want to do it. I know what I'm talking about because I've been there. You don't really want to commit suicide. You're just in so much pain. And the only option you think you have is to end it all. You hate yourself so much. Once you get to the point of suicide, you hate yourself so much that you literally feel like everybody would be better off without you. It literally feels like somebody is in something else is in control and you are no longer like you're a puppet on a string. I know what I'm talking about. Nobody really wants to kill themselves. Life just gets so tough and ugly and raggedy and treacherous sometimes that it seems like the only option. But listen, if if in those moments when I had my bouts with it, when I had my attempts, if before those attempts took place, if somebody would have said something to me, it could have very well shifted my mindset, and I probably wouldn't have attempted. This is serious, y'all. We are losing people left and right to suicide. We are losing children. I just posted, I think it was last month, that 14-year-old, I think it was a 14-year-old young lady, if I'm not mistaken, that jumped off a high school building during school hours. Come on, man. What's happening that a 14-year-old can jump off of a school building? Something is going on. And at this point, we need to stop talking and start taking action. I'm gonna put it up here one more time. I'll put it up here for y'all one more time. All right? No more suicide campaign. Day one, do something nice for a random stranger. For you, that could look like giving someone that you've never seen before a compliment. When you walk past them, instead of just walking past them, say good morning. Say you look nice. Say you're beautiful. Say you're handsome. It could look like giving someone that's homeless, begging for money on the side of the road, giving them some money instead of passing judgment. It could look like you buying some extra toys this Christmas and donating it to a shelter. It could look like you going to McDonald's and paying for someone's lunch that day. It could look like you going to the grocery store and paying for someone's groceries if you have it. It could look like if you're a beautician. Come on, man, we finna get real with this. Offering someone a free service. Giving of yourself, doing something different, because you never know what a person is really going through. You never know a person is struggling. You never know. Let's step outside of ourselves. Reach out to your strong friends, and that is the most clichéest cliche I have ever heard in my life. But it is so real. And now is the time more than ever to do so. Reach out to them folks that always seem like they got it together. Reach out to them folks that are not acting the way they usually act. You just might be the bridge in the gap for somebody else. Yes, sir, Jacob, it is needed. And like I said before, if you all have any ideas for this campaign, please submit them to me. I promise you they'll be implemented. We got to do this together. We finna take action, y'all. Also, before I go really, really quickly, if you or anybody else is suffering or struggling mentally, emotionally, in any kind of way. If you feel like you're having a crisis, if you're having suicidal ideations, if you know anybody that's having suicidal ideation, I need you to direct them to this right here now. This is the suicide crisis line. And they've made it so much easier and so much more accessible. You can either call 988 or text 988 and you will get somebody immediately. And the best part about it is they're available 24/7. So if you or someone you know is in crisis or is having suicidal ideations, please, please, please direct them to this number. They can either call or text 988 and they will get someone immediately. All right, y'all. This is not a joking matter. It's not a joke. It's serious. People's lives are on the line. And like I said before, I'm willing to put myself out there. I'm willing to look crazy. I'm willing to look dumb for the sake of other people. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And please, if you're going through something, don't suffer in silence. Reach out. If not to the crisis hotline, reach out to somebody that you know and trust. But whatever you do, don't you dare suppress what you're feeling. I love y'all. Please. And if you can't reach out to anybody, you better pray. Reach out to God. Okay? But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We will resume Freedom Friday next week with an amazing, amazing, powerful guest. And we're going to stay on this topic of suicide for quite a while. All right, y'all? I love you. I appreciate you. Please don't forget, no matter what anybody says about you or anybody thinks about you, you just keep shining. I love y'all. Mwah.